The night sky over Epsilon 9 shimmered like shattered glass, each fragment of starlight reflecting off the planet's endless silver dunes. Captain Eli Merrick stood at the edge of the crashed freighter, the wreckage of the Vireo still smoldering behind him. The storm that had forced his descent had passed, but the silence that followed was worse. His suit's oxygen warning blinked faintly. 13 hours left. He scanned the horizon. Nothing. No structures. No movement. Only the glimmer of the moons and the faint hum of his ship's dying core. Then, through the static in his helmet, came a sound he didn't expect. Soft, rhythmic breathing. Not mechanical. Not human either. He froze. The dunes shifted. A figure emerged. Slender, cloaked in white that seemed to pulse faintly under the moonlight. Eli reached for his plasma sidearm, but something in her eyes, luminous like twin comets, stopped him. "Stay your hand," she said, voice trembling between speech and music. "You'll frighten the sands." Eli lowered his weapon slowly. "Who are you?" "I am called Naira," she replied, stepping closer. "You should not be here, traveler. This world rejects your kind." "Well," Eli muttered, "it's doing a pretty bad job of it. My ship crashed, I'm low on air, and I haven't seen a single living thing until now." Her gaze softened. "You've seen me." He hesitated. She was right. And somehow, her presence steadied him, like she carried a calm that defied the emptiness around them. Scene 2. The refuge beneath the dunes. Naira led Eli to what looked like a shimmering mirage, a hollow beneath the sands that opened to a crystalline cavern. Blue light poured from the walls, illuminating pools of liquid that glowed softly. "This is my refuge," she said, kneeling beside one of the pools. "The sands above burn, but here life endures." Eli knelt beside her, mesmerized. The air was breathable, warm. How does this exist?" Naira's fingers brushed the water's surface. "This world remembers what your kind has forgotten. The bond between energy and life." Eli studied her features, her skin faintly translucent, veins glowing like threads of starlight. She was no mere alien. She was part of the planet itself. She turned her gaze on him. "You've brought pain to the sands, Captain. The sky fire that tore your vessel apart. Your war machines did that." "It wasn't war," he said quickly. "It was survival. We were chased by scavengers, pirates." "Survival," she whispered. "Always survival." Her expression was unreadable. "And yet you destroy to live." Eli looked away. "I didn't choose this life." Naira tilted her head, almost sadly. "No. But the choices of one echo through the stars." Scene 3, the connection. Hours passed in uneasy silence. Eli helped patch a crack in the cavern wall while Naira sang, a haunting melody that resonated with the stones. The glowing pools pulsed in rhythm with her song. "What is that?" he asked. "It's how I speak to the core," she replied. "The heart of this world." He frowned. "The planet has a heart." "All living things do," she said simply. "Even your kind. Though you have buried yours under metal and code." Something in her tone pierced him. He wanted to argue but couldn't. He'd seen enough death, enough ruin to know she was right. Then, without warning, the cavern shook violently. The glow dimmed. Naira gasped. "They've found you," she whispered. "Your pursuers." Above, through cracks in the sand, flashes of blue fire erupted. Pirate ships scanning the dunes. Eli's pulse quickened. "I can fight them," he said, reaching for his blaster. Naira caught his wrist. "No weapons. The core forbids it here." "Then what do we do?" Her eyes glowed brighter, fierce. "We merge." Eli blinked. What does that mean? She stepped closer, her voice low, trembling. I can channel the planet's energy through you, but only if our minds connect. It will hurt. It may kill you. He stared at her. The ground shook again. He could hear the pirates closing in. Naira's hand trembled against his chest. Do it now, please. Scene 4, The Merge. Her touch ignited something deep within him, an energy that tore through his nerves like lightning. He screamed, collapsing to his knees as light poured from her hands into his chest. Memories not his own flooded his mind. Ancient civilizations, oceans of glass, cities built from light. He saw the planet's birth, its endless solitude. He felt its pain, its fear of extinction. Naira's voice echoed inside his head. Breathe through it. Let it in. He gasped, heart hammering. The pain turned to power. His veins shimmered with the same light that filled her body. The walls pulsed in response, the air alive with energy. Above them, the pirate ships began to sink into the dunes, swallowed by liquid sand that moved like a living wave. The world itself was fighting back. Eli stood, his entire body radiating with power he couldn't comprehend. Naira, what's happening? The core accepts you, she said weakly. You are part of it now. He looked down at her. She was fading, her form becoming transparent. No. No, stay with me. Her hand touched his cheek, warm and trembling. Our worlds were never meant to meet, but for this moment they have. Don't go, he whispered. She smiled softly. You saved us both. And then she was gone. Scene 5, The Dawn. When Eli awoke, he was lying on the surface again. The wreckage of the Vireo had vanished, replaced by smooth dunes that shimmered faintly under the morning sun. His oxygen gauge read full. His suit systems had been restored. He stood, breathing in the strangely rich air. The world was alive again, vibrant, pulsing as though reborn. In the distance, where the cavern had been, a faint glow lingered. He approached it and saw a small crystal embedded in the sand, pulsing gently. He picked it up. Naira's voice whispered faintly through it. Remember balance. He closed his eyes, pressing the crystal to his chest. I will. Above him, the sky shifted, stars rearranging themselves in silent tribute. As Eli walked across the endless silver dunes, a quiet realization settled within him. He hadn't just survived. He had changed. A part of Naira, and the living heart of Epsilon 9, beat within him now. And somewhere across the galaxies, the core would remember the human who listened when an alien whispered, "Do it now, please."